did most of the communication via email with George. He responded very quickly, and he was always available to talk on the phone or discuss things on email.
Or get us in contact either via email or phone with the different vendors that work with George on a timely basis. So.
And he just makes himself really available, and he brought up things that I didn't even think of or weren't even in my head at the time. Everything was great. They really helped get people where they needed to be it the wedding party or the guests during the ceremony and at the reception. They did stick to the schedule that was presented to us, and which we agreed to, which was really nice to help keep us on track because we're busy talking to people, dancing, doing whatever, and they're like, okay, it's about that time to cut the cake. Or it's, oh, we got to do this. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. So it was just nice working with everybody, and they worked really hard and fierce to make sure everything happened on time and that everything happened that we wanted to happen.
Well, they were professional and accommodating and available. I mean, that's, to me, were the biggest pieces, is that, whatever we needed, they were willing to work with us on to make it happen. So
I think my favorite part was taking the pictures with my family and friends and with my husband, and just spending the time with my family and not feeling like I had to take care of everything, that I had to make sure that things were getting done.
There's lots of options. You can go as elegant as you want or
rustic
as you want. I mean, it was a matter of, even with some of our party favors, it was more a matter of just having somebody drop them off on the day of, and then they took care of everything. And that's one of the biggest things, is that we'd started looking at other venues and other places. And
yeah, I was pretty much over it. I was getting very angry and frustrated because everybody, the one thing people ask, oh, well, when's the day? When's the day? And I was finding out I don't actually get to pick my day. I have to work around all these other vendors to pick the day that they say that they have room for me. And it was nice with George because Tom actually found him, because I was really frustrated. And we said, well, June 3rd. And he said, I've got that day open. So I said, all right, we're doing this.
Well, I think that's a big benefit, is he has different locations and different venues and enough vendors that you have much better odds of getting dates you want, if you don't want to wait 3.5 years. So.
Yeah. What was really nice is he has his open house available at Rosehenge, I think once a month. And that was really nice because it gave you the opportunity to go taste the food from the vendor that he recommends and chooses to go with. That doesn't mean that you can choose somebody else, but it was nice to get an idea of what they had to offer, what their menu choices were. You got to taste the food, you got to taste the cake, you got to see the decorations from the other vendors, the flowers. So it made me feel a little bit more reassured that these people knew what they were doing, but also I didn't have to go travel around the metro area to find these people and check out their work, and it was all done at the open house, which was really nice. I would recommend George and his staff and his vendors because they all work well together. They have been working together, it seems like, for a very long time, and it was convenient and it was comfortable. It wasn't stressful.
It's low stress. I mean, you get lots. I think the value for what you pay, not to mention it's competitive regardless, but then you get a lot of added value with day of planning and all kinds of other things that would be, several thousands of extra dollars that's all included. Mm-hmm. And it's nice to not have you stressed out over all these things.
Yep.
So
I was happy.
It's a peace of mind thing.